I think we can agree that while it might not be the absolute strongest, the Psychic type is probably one of the 3 most strongest typings in all of Pokemon. It was the most broken type in the game in Generation number 1 because it had no weaknesses except, I believe, Bug. And Bug was so bad in Generation 1, it basically wasn't a type. And then you have maybe Dragon, but even then Dragon counters Dragon, so Psychic was just way less counterable in Generation 1. And so on, it's always been the typing where you put a Pokemon that's extremely strong offensively in that category, and you always know when you encounter a Psychic type in a game that it's probably pretty good. And so I decided today that I would go ahead and talk about what the best Psychic type is per each generation. I've been doing this for every single type for days now. So if you missed the previous 10 videos, there's a playlist in the description down below. But while you're down there, make sure you hit subscribe because that's the reason why you missed them. But click that playlist to feel free to catch up, or watch this one first and then catch up. Thank you guys, and let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. The support on this has been amazing. What's the best Psychic type in Gen 1 that isn't a Legendary? Because Legendaries do not count. Why are we even talking about this? This does not deserve a conversation. This is an absolute, what's the word I'm looking for? Unanimous decision. If anyone goes in the comment section down below and tries to tell me that this the answer to this question is not Alakazam, you're just straight up wrong. You're just straight up wrong. If anyone tries to tell me that it is not Alakazam, anyone, you've probably never played this game before. Generation 2, it's Espeon. There's no other option. These are all trash. I do like Slowking, but because it's so slow, it doesn't do enough. Wobbuffet is just a gimmick. Girafarig sucks. Unknown is terrible. So, of course, it's Espeon. It can't be anything else. It has to be Espeon. Generation 3. It's either Metagross or Gardevoir. I'm going to give it to Metagross. I think the Fairy typing that Gardevoir gained in Generation 6 made it much better. And it did lack defensively and even offensively slightly. I think Metagross is just the whole package. I really, really like Metagross. He does so many good things for you offensively and even defensively because his typing is so good. Steel Psychic removes your Dark weakness and your Ghost weakness in Generation 3, which is really, really good. Gen 4, though, we're going to give Gardevoir some more favor and go with Gallade because my other option is Bronzong, and I would never do that. That thing is just a wall, and that's it. But Gallade, extremely strong. Psychic Fighting, not a very good type. I think Psychic Fighting actually hurts Psychic Pokemon being fighting as well. But this was their first opportunity to try and create a physical Psychic type because Medicham didn't really work because it was before the physical special split. And this thing worked pretty well. I think this thing is solid, and compared to my options, it was the best choice as well. This is looking like a obvious choice, except for Gen 3 pretty much so far. Gen 5, I'm going to say Victini's a Legendary because I've always considered it one, so we're not going to say Victini. It's either Reuniclus or it's Musharna. I'm going to go Musharna. Musharna is slow, but it is so bulky, and it can still hit you really hard with Psychic-type moves. I think it does a lot of good things for you because you can switch it in when you need to take a hit, and it can immediately counterattack for a lot more than you think it really can. I just feel like Gothitelle as well as Reuniclus don't really do the same. Reuniclus is similar to Musharna, but I think Musharna is a little bit bulkier in my personal opinion. And I think Musharna gets better moves. Generation 6 is quite obviously Delphox. It's Delphox or Malamar, and the answer is Delphox. It just straight up is. It's Delphox without question. I don't like the design of this Pokemon, but this is a very good Pokemon. I talked praises about Delphox in my Fire-type video, but basically its offensive ability is through the roof. Like, they did a great job on Gen 6 starters. This is one they did a great job on. Greninja's the other one. Its offensive ability is just off the charts, being Fire Psychic. It's such a good type because that's a type that is always an offensive type mixed with a type that is always an offensive type. It's really, really good, and I don't know if they've repeated that Fire Psychic since. I don't know if they have. Gen 7. It's Oranguru because my only option is Oranguru. I'm not going with Bruxish. And I could go Alolan Raichu. I'm going to consider the Alolan forms gimmicks as well. I think I didn't in a previous video, though. It's fine. I would still go Oranguru. I know Alolan Raichu is good, but Oranguru is, well, it's a Psychic type. That's all I really have to say about Oranguru. Gen 7. It's probably Orbeetle, Hatterene, Mr. Rhyme. It's Orbeetle. It's Orbeetle because Hatterene, Mr. Rhyme was disappointing. I don't even remember Hatterene being in the game. That's how irrelevant it is to me. So moving on. Generation 8. Rabsca, Armarouge. Forgot this thing's name, but it evolves from Flittle. Farigiraffe. I'm going to go Armarouge. Armarouge is actually Fire Psychic, as I was just talking about how we never see that typing anymore. Yeah, he's Fire Psychic. Armarouge is really good. I was surprised when Charcadet evolved into this. I thought this thing looked more like a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger than it did a Pokemon. But you know what? It's actually a really good Pokemon. I've got no complaints. Its offensive typing is incredible, same as Delphox. So they did finally repeat it in this one, and it was amazing. It's been an amazing Pokemon from the start. Is it the best, though? No. Come on. Did you really think it was going to be anything else? Did you really think it was going to be anything else? That's going to do for today. Short one today. I know. There was a lot of things that didn't need explanation, in my personal opinion, and this was just the case of that. Here's my list just to catch you up. Alakazam, Espeon, Metagross, Gallade, Musharna, Delphox, Oranguru, Orbeetle, Armarouge, and Alakazam. And if you made it this far, I want everyone to comment down below obvious choices. Obvious choices, because that's what this list felt like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe, because I will have you guys a bug type list coming next, and I am going to say some horrible things about some bug type Pokemon, because it is probably the worst type in all of Pokemon. So if you're interested in me talking bad about other Pokemon, which is funny enough how I got 600 plus subscribers probably, you would definitely enjoy tomorrow's video. See you guys then.